Week 3 of Dancing with the Stars brought out some serious competition. We got the highest scores that we've seen yet this season, but on the flip side, we had a new duo that was up for elimination. So we are breaking down the best and the worst of Week 3's performances. Of course, I've got Zachary Reality here with me to break them all down. Were you impressed by this week's dances?
You know, I love James Bond. The theme of the night was Bond. And, you know, I grew up watching those movies with my dad. So I was just kind of excited for the nostalgia. And that's one of the best parts of Dancing with the Stars is that there really is a new theme every week, which is, you know, relatable to everybody. There's always a connection. Last week was, of course, Elvis. Yep. I think we're all excited for Disney Week whenever that comes. And yeah, I thought the dances were pretty well tonight, and the competition is heating up, and we clearly have our top, you know, picks already. They're just keep on getting in the top of the scores. Charli, Gabby, Wayne.
Yes. All of them. We are going to get into it, of course. Before we do that, though, make sure you hit the subscribe button and ring that bell so you never miss any of our Dancing with the Stars updates. We are doing them almost in real time, and then we are recapping the entire show, the best and worst performances, so you don't want to miss any of those. So like Zachary said, let's get into our top performances this week. A new duo made the leaderboard, Heidi D'Amelio and Artem doing the Tango.
Wow. Ooh.
So Heidi absolutely crushed it. First off, when she was dancing, I was staring at her body because she was wearing this like see-through dress. She's got abs. She's got almost like Carrie Underwood legs. I mean, she is just beautiful and in great shape.
Well, I mean, I think at the end of the day, her daughter is Charli D'Amelio, one of the best dancers, you know, you could arguably say in the country. I don't know. She's the best TikTok dancer. So obviously Charli has to get it from somewhere. And I really think that fans are going to fall in love with Heidi this season as it continues. You know, we're just getting started, but clearly she is in the top, you know, 5 of the teams, and she's going the distance. So I'm excited to see what happens with her. And I mean, I'm all for some family drama. Like, let's have the competition, you know, heat up a little bit. We'll keep it light on the family drama so the sensitive Sallys can calm down.
Drama,
but a little
Zach.
competition. I think it'll be fun to kind of see the family dynamic as it continues.
I think that there is a little bit of fun between a little mom and daughter competition there.
Not?
Heidi did say her goal was to get at least 1-8 during from the judges during this performance, and she hit that. So now the goal is going to go to at least 9. She did get a total score of 32, which put her in second place, but we had a 3-way tie for first, so kind of fourth, however you want to look at it. But still, I mean, that's what Charli, Gabby, and Wayne all got in week 2 was a 32. So she freaking crushed it. So now let's go to her daughter, Charli D'Amelio. I mean, Charli just cannot do any wrong. She is so incredible. She did talk about how kind of this performance was a little different for her because she had to be much more serious, a little more romantic. It required a lot of eye contact, which she did say she like hates eye contact. She tries to avoid it at all costs. Does that surprise you at all to hear that she's like that?
I don't know. I mean, I think she's young, so I think she's still building her confidence. Obviously, if you watch her on the D'Amelios on Hulu, you know, she's very open about her insecurities there. And I think that she's just really focusing in the moment and just, she doesn't want to mess up her dance. So maybe looking into his eyes could make her smile or lose focus. So whatever works for her is clearly working. I would be interested to see, you know, if the judges had any critiques about that.
No, they didn't actually. They all had phenomenal things to say. The only person really who was giving critiques of the night to the top contenders was Carrie Ann, because she was like, I feel like, you know, I can't just give you guys all praise. And she basically said that Charli needs to perform outward more, that she's very directional, which, like, I mean, I don't talk dance, so I didn't, the suggestion she was giving wasn't quite resonating with me. I don't know if you can decipher that, Zach.
Maybe she was reaching a little bit. I just saw that Val actually did an interview saying that Carrie Ann was the toughest judge, or she is the toughest judge. She's the hardest one to kind of please,
Mm,
which I also think is sometimes Bruno, but I get it. And it honestly just is part of the job. If you're a Dancing with the Stars
yes.
judge, you need to find critiques, especially when it's everyone's so perfect, because part of the show is the journey. That's why they don't give out nines and tens the first week. Like, you got to earn it over
Yeah.
time. So I mean, why not, give her a little bit of advice. Charlie's as close to perfect as anyone, and I mean,
Hmm.
honestly, Blakely, I kind of said in the beginning I thought she was maybe going to get like second place because JoJo got second place, and they're kind of like a similar, like really popular young internet celebrity. But now it's just like I can't see Charlie not winning. Like, it's just a shoo-in
Mm.
for her.
I can't not see it. Like, I could totally see her winning the mirror ball, but I also still have this huge, I think Gabby really could take it. I think Wayne could take it. I still even think Selma could take it, even though she hasn't been like the
Ooh,
top scores. She
Selma.
has
You
such
love
that
Selma.
personal connection. I love Selma. She just blows me away
Hmm.
every week. She has such that, such an inspiring story. I don't know. There's so many good dancers and so many good stories that people resonate with this season. So I just feel like, even though it seems like Charlie would just take home the win, I still feel like there's a chance for others. But Zach, we have to talk about the moment that was like stuck out to me the most, and it wasn't even a dance. It was after Charlie's performance when Tyra is introducing who's here to support Charlie, right? And she goes, Charlie's friends, Kourtney Kardashian Barker, Travis Barker. So first off, let's pause there. I mean, calling them Charlie's
Iconic.
friends,
I
but
mean, yeah,
iconic that they're there. But the
sure.
introduction was a little like off for me. I
Yeah,
don't
I
think
mean,
Kourtney and Travis needed an introduction.
Charlie and Landon started dating a few months ago, at least
Yeah,
publicly. So I'm assuming that she got pretty close with the family, because that's kind of just what happens when
definitely.
you're 18 and your dad is Travis Barker. So I'm not surprised. I know Charlie was just at, Kourtney Kardashian's event for
No,
Lemmy. So they're definitely friends, but I also think you could call
yeah.
them family.
I mean, I'm not surprised at all. Or you just say, and here to support Charlie is Kourtney Kardashian Barker, Travis Barker, and her boyfriend, and Landon Barker, which, by the way, Zach, she didn't even call him Landon Barker. She called him Logan Barker, which
Logan.
I yelped. I was like, Logan? I rewinded to make sure that my ears did not deceive me. And she called him Logan
Well,
Barker.
do you think that maybe, just maybe, she did this on purpose to just get people
No.
talking and get the buzz to kind of plug Courtney and Travis being there?
No way. No.
Okay.
Tyra makes Tyra has made a mistake in every single episode so far this season. I feel like maybe once, if you're trying to like get the buzz, okay, maybe that's funny, but I don't feel like it bodes well. And like at this point, who doesn't know Landon Barker's name?
I mean, I think you have a point. People are still warming up to him though. Like, he just kind of got in like the public
Sure.
eye like earlier this year. But I do agree that if she's the host of the show and there's a teleprompter, let's say maybe she's reading off of, it
Yeah,
does kind of seem a little bit unprofessional, especially at a large show. Like, this is Dancing with the Stars. Like, this isn't
I
no
know.
janky dance show in wherever.
Mm-mm.
I don't want to offend any like state or city, but I mean, this is the biggest dance show in the country. Like, she should
Yeah,
be getting these things correct, especially with
agreed.
her hosting responsibilities now being cut in half because Alfonso was there. So it's like, get it together,
Mhm.
Tyra. She is definitely ridiculous. But I also do think it kind of adds to the show, because I know fans love, teasing her,
What, the
which
chaotic
I honestly
energy?
think, yeah, and I think that honestly keeps people more engaged when there's someone to kind of
Hmm.
love to hate.
Okay. Now, I don't know if I said this already, but Charlie ended up getting the first 9 of the season. She did open the entire show, but her total score came to 33, which was 1 point more than her week two's performance. So she is just getting better and better. You know who else is
Hmm.
getting better? Wayne Brady and Witney doing the tango.
Wow.
Wayne came out of the bat. He crushed this performance. I loved the opening scene with him. Of course, we know that he was still a little worried about his knee. That's kind of what his worry has been throughout the last couple of weeks. But I mean, you would have no idea that he had any knee problems. And Bruno actually said that this was his favorite tango of the season so far.
Wow, that's a big statement coming from Bruno. As we were talking about, he can be critical sometimes. I mean, Wayne is such a fan favorite. I love the outfit. I love the music.
Yes.
I love the song that they chose, and their coordination is obviously really great. Their chemistry is great. I am worried about his knee, though, because this competition is only going to heat up and get harder. So I don't want him to
Yeah.
push himself too far and, possibly, prevent, we don't want him to get an injury. Like, he could go all the way.
Yeah, I 1000% agree. The saying that I've been hearing is it's a marathon, not a sprint. So you've got to protect yourself, especially if you have any ailments. But I mean, you would have no idea that he was having knee problems on the dance floor. He also got a 33. He also got the second 9 of the night and the entire season as well. I mean, is he giving Charli a run for her money, Zach?
I think that he probably would be the top contender. I mean, we're going to get to Gabby, who's also doing amazing, but he has a story. Like, he has a heart that people are connecting to, and people are finding him so charismatic.
Definitely.
And he's great on camera, and he's just doing all the right things without as much dance experience as others. So I really think that he could go all the way, and we'll have to kind of see how his story on the show progresses throughout the season.
We definitely will. I think he has a strong chance. Now, right now, from everyone that we've talked to, Charli and Wayne are tied, or not talked to, but talked about. They are tied for first on the leaderboard, but we may be adding somebody else. So let's check out Gabby Windey and Val's performance.
Oh, damn.
I mean, Gabby was giving me like pop princess, kind of some Britney Spears, Catwoman. I mean, I was living for her.
She's so good. She's so hot too, and like spicy. And
I
like,
know.
this is the Gabby we've been wanting to see, but we couldn't see it on The Bachelorette because there was just too much going on. But like, now we're just seeing Gabby in her element with no distractions, and her catsuit is just phenomenal. Her hair, her and Val's chemistry is so hot and spicy, and I'm just living for it. Did you see Eric? Was he there in the audience?
Eric was there in the audience, supporting
Wow.
fiance. We love that for them. You know what made me a little bit sad though in the beginning? You know, they do the packages before of their rehearsals and whatnot. Gabby was saying that she was kind of struggling with a little bit of imposter syndrome. Like she goes, you know, there's Charli D'Amelio, who's this big star. There's Wayne Brady, who's this actor, comedian, performer. And she's like, and I'm just a reality TV star. Like essentially she's like, I'm a nobody. Like I don't deserve to be on the leaderboard with everybody. But I'm like, girl, if you're coming out dancing like this, you definitely deserve to be up there.
She is a star. Believe that, okay? Like, she is just about to hit, 1 million followers on Instagram. She's been on TV for less than a year, okay? She has fans. She has attitude. She's a great dancer. She's doing it amazing on the show. So I think that she's just going to have to kind of build up her confidence more, which is what the show is all about. You know, it's about following the story
Definitely.
of the contestants. They share their insecurities, which we all have. It's normal to have. Maybe she needed a little extra reassurance from the fans or from Val or the judges. And I think she got it with the scores. So I definitely expect her to
Definitely
bring
did.
more confidence next week.
She got the third nine of the night, which is the third 9 of the entire season, which meant she cha-cha-cha'd her way to that 3-way tie at first place with Charli and Wayne. And if you didn't catch what I did there, Zach, they did the cha-cha dance. Did you like that?
Yeah, I got it. I thought it was so funny. You honestly are just getting so much funnier as we go along with these panels. And also, we got to give our hats off to Blakely. She truly is holding down the fort
you.
here at Shared News. She's the Dancing with the Stars queen. Obviously, I'm the Bachelor Nation queen, but Blakely, this is her forte. So we really got to give her credit here.
Thank you, Zach. Now we just need to get me on to Dancing with the Stars, but then I don't think you'll be saying that's my forte then. I think you'll be like, get her off the screen. She's terrible.
Let's just get tickets. Let's get tickets and we can go to the show.
We'll start there.
I think they're online.
Perfect.
And we'll start there. Yeah.
Love it. Okay, so we've done the best of the night. Let's get to the worst of the night. Cheryl Ladd and Louis doing the Rumba. Let's see it. So
She's swinging.
She's swinging, she was kicking, she was doing her thing. She actually had a huge improvement from week 2. Now, a reminder, Cheryl is who Lynn saved. It was between Teresa and Cheryl and Louis, and he broke the tiebreaker and saved her. And I thought she did so well from what we saw the week before from her.
I mean, I think she definitely improved. I mean, this is a lot, but I think that she did great. And I think that this is just really stiff competition. And I just don't know if she has the most fans that are watching. You know, a huge part of this show is the fans voting for you. And I just don't think that, you know, she is as, you know, widely popular as some of the other contestants, as well as her, you know, constantly being in the bottom 2.
Did you know who she was before Dancing with the Stars?
Blakely, I still don't know who she is. Please tell me.
Either.
Exactly.
I don't know either.
Literally. Okay. See, that's what I'm saying. And I'm not saying she probably is super, super famous. And I'm sure our watchers, listeners will let us know in the comments, as we will also be doing our due diligence after this. So don't y'all worry. But I do think that, you know, she has a different generation of fans. And, you know, she did her best.
Definitely.
Obviously, we're going to kind of talk about that fact that she went home.
Yeah.
But she did her best.
Yes. Zach, I've just gotten word that Cheryl was an original Charlie's Angel. So actually, I think she probably is a really big deal and a lot of people know who she is. It's just not totally our generation.
Yeah, but I'm also, there's probably plenty of people in our generation who love her and think she's a big deal or know her from their parents. So,
Definitely.
You know what, Cheryl, you know, we want to give respect where respect is due. You are a legend.
Yes. A legend. And she rocked it on the dance floor. She got a 24, which is actually a big improvement from her week 2 performance. Of course, you spoiled it a little bit. We will get into kind of what happens at the end in terms of the elimination. But before we get into that just yet, let's see the other bottom duo, Sam Champion and Cheryl, doing the Samba. Now, they had a little bit of fun with it, but for some reason, this performance was just kind of weird to me. Derek did say that the Samba is the hardest dance. They were the only duo to dance the Samba this week. So they did get one of the lower scores, 25. I don't know. I've got to know what your thoughts were.
I mean, they're rocking it. You know, you saw the moves. They're putting in the effort. It did feel a little juvenile, I think. Some of the moves were just like, you know, they're at the club bouncing. But if it is the hardest dance, maybe everyone's going to do it at least one point throughout the season. You know, I kind of always have thought it was a little weird, Blakely, how they all do different dances. Like if they're all being like put up against each other each week, like don't you think they should have the same routine?
Equally.
Like the same type of dance? Yeah.
Yeah, maybe not the same routine, but the same style, at least so that it's kind of an equal playing field, because we haven't seen Sam or Cheryl in the bottom like this. So maybe because they were doing the Samba, the hardest dance, that was a reason why they didn't do so well.
I mean, I also don't think they're going to go the distance. I mean, if you're just kind of basing things off of the last few weeks, it seems like, you know, people who are in the bottom usually are only or they stay in the bottom until it's the picking order, until it's the time, which is why we kind of are assuming Charli and, you know, Gabby and Wayne are going to go the farthest. But I also think that Vinny, I mean, he's going to have to get it together because he has the fans' love, but he does not have the moves. And I don't know how long he's going to hang on, but I'm invested in his journey.
Speaking of Vinny, yeah, he actually got the lowest score of the night, which was a 23. And he clearly has, like you said, good support from the fans because he was
Hmm.
not in the bottom two.
Yeah, and I'm one of Vinny's fans. Like, I actually have been voting for Vinny, like over Gabby, but don't tell Bachelor Nation. But there's something
Wow,
about Vinny's
Zach, you're a
storyline.
traitor.
Yeah. I'm a Jersey Shore fan, like from the beginning. I've always thought Vinny was
Yes.
obnoxious, though. Like, I'm obviously, but
Did
I still
you?
like really, yeah,
Okay.
I still really like his story here. I love his energy. I love Coco. She's my favorite dancer on the show. She's
Mm-hmm.
new, but I like immediately fell in love with her, and I really just love their dynamic. So I kind of want to just see them go far and be the underdog. So that's why they have my support.
Okay. Well, Vinny's gonna have to get it together. He's gonna have to work a little bit harder so he gets those
Yeah, he
scores
is.
back up there. But anyways, so in terms of who went home, we know that Cheryl Ladd and Louis doing the rumba. They ended up being sent home. It was a unanimous vote from the judges for
Hmm.
them to leave, even though Cheryl did have an improvement from her week two. It's kind of confusing because there's the two Cheryls, but Cheryl, our Charlie's
So many
Angel
Cheryls.
OG, yes, who went home, which I think that we're kind of both in agreement, Zach, that that probably was the move.
What did I text you, Blakely? Didn't I? I mean, oh my God, didn't I say thank God? Didn't
You
I say
did.
that?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
honestly,
you
like
did.
we wish them love, we wish them the best. But it just was their time, and I honestly was a little bitter, I think, because I am a Teresa fan
Mm.
from Jersey Housewives, so I kind of wanted to
Yes.
see her go at least one more week. So maybe I was taking out some of that animosity on Cheryl. So for that, I will apologize and take accountability. But I do think that ultimately it was her time.
I agree. And then I'm curious too, because like obviously our top three are staying, right? Charlie, Wayne, and Gabby. I don't think that there's going to be much movement there, but we've been seeing that fourth spot kind of switch around. Heidi breaking into it this
Hmm.
week. Do you think that there is somebody
Yeah.
else who's a contender that could get into that fourth position?
Shangela. I love Shangela. I am
Yes.
rooting for Shangela and Gleb. I'm so here for her representing the LGBT community, the drag race
Mm-hmm.
community, her styles, her energy. She has great TikToks. One thing about the cast of Dancing
Mm-hmm.
with the Stars is they're all super, super engaging on TikTok and Reels, and they're posting their dances at rehearsal, which I think is so much fun to kind of follow along all week.
And by the way, I interviewed Shangela a couple of days ago, and she is the nicest
Ooh.
human being. I was talking to her about working with Gleb, and she was like, he is an amazing partner, and that she just has such a huge honor of representing the LGBTQ plus community and the way that she's been able to and represent on Dancing with the Stars. And she was such a treat. And she actually did tell me that they were practicing for the Rumba and that it's been rehearsals are very difficult, but I think obviously we don't need to be told that. We know that at this point.
Yeah, and I also do want to, reiterate for our listeners that Shangela goes by she, her when she is dressed up in drag,
Yes.
and when she is not, it is Darius going by he, him. So those are the pronouns.
I appreciate that, Zach. And I think everybody else does because I think that there are still questions. So thank you for letting everybody know. We've got to know, though, what you guys thought of the James Bond night, Dancing with the Stars, week 3. We obviously have our top contenders. What did you think about Cheryl Ladd going home, Vinny being in the bottom scores?
Vinny.
Also, that Travis Barker,
Logan
Logan Landon
Barker.
situation. Yeah, we need to know what your guys' reaction were. So drop those comments down in the comment section below. But of course, before you do that, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, ring that bell. We will be breaking down Dancing with the Stars every week, so you do not want to miss any of our coverage because we have the best coverage around here at Shared News. I'm Blakely McHugh with Zachary Reality. You can see our social media handles on the screen. Drop by, give us a follow, and say hello, and we will see you next time.
Bye, guys.